Hey, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So if you've installed all the software that I asked you to install, which is Sublime Text or any text editor of your choice, and you've installed XAMPP on your machine, and you've downloaded this template here, Bootstrap Made and ZenBlog, then we're ready to begin. So what we do now is let's go to our folder where we installed XAMPP. So in my case, I installed XAMPP in drive C and in the XAMPP folder, and then there's this folder called htdocs. Now htdocs is our server folder. So we're just going to imagine if, let's say, you bought a live server or you bought some hosting, and the folder that you are given to put your files is the same one, htdocs. Okay, so I already have other projects in here, so let's create a new project. So I'm just going to click this new folder and call it Udemy and press enter. Okay, so it seems I already have that. Surprise, surprise. Oh, okay, so I already created a folder, though it's empty, so which is nice. So create that folder called Udemy and then just copy all the templates. So I'm just going to copy my templates from here. I have them in the templates folder. I'll select these two, copy, and I will go back to my Udemy folder, and right here I'll create a folder called templates and then put those folders in there. So I just want our project to be in one place. Now this, of course, we're going to delete these files in the end because we don't need them at that point. We can always refer to the zipped versions of them if we want to get any new files, but I just want to keep them near so that they are part of our project. Okay, so Udemy in there, good. Now in order to know that that your XAMPP has installed properly, go to a new tab and type the word localhost, just that. Okay, so if you see something like this, then your installation went well. Everything works just fine. Now if you don't see this, it's possible that XAMPP is not running yet. So what you do is just search for XAMPP or whatever server you used, whether you used MAMP or WAMP server, doesn't matter. Just search for the control panel, and then once it opens, you make sure that Apache is running, because Apache is the server that we use here. If I stop it here, this is the start and stop button. So if I stop like this and try to refresh, you will notice that this will fail. That's why it's even taking longer. It's going to say unable to connect, something like this. Okay. So once you stop it there, why do I have two of these? That's crazy. Anyway, you also make sure that MySQL is running. So every time we're running these projects and we're coding, just make sure that MySQL and Apache are both running when we are doing this. So click start on each one of these until you see they turn green like this. It means they're both running. Then you can minimize or close this, no problem. It will remain running in the background because it has to run. So that always has to be switched on before we begin. So retry this, and there we go, we have XAMPP. Very good. Now if we want to open a website from within our project, we have to go to this folder. You see, when we type localhost, we're accessing the htdocs folder, and the reason we're seeing this page right here is because there's an HTML page that is like this right in that folder. So if I go to htdocs, you will see that there is an index.php file right here, and that's what loads that thing. So if we open in here and go to another folder, so from htdocs, remember, is localhost. Then if we add /Udemy, then we are going to come to this folder. So I can show you that by doing a /Udemy like this. Okay. I have to put a / I guess. Wait, it's saying URL not found. Oh, that's because I put dashboard here. Okay, sorry. So it has to be localhost/Udemy without that dashboard, like this. Okay, there we go. So once you see this, if you see an index of Udemy like this, then things are working fine. And in here we have a folder. So if I click on the folder, boom, we've gone into another folder. So then I can click on, let's say, Zen blog, and then in there there's another Zen blog folder. Well, okay, so inside there's an HTML file which has opened like this. Okay, so if I check here, you will see what has happened. Templates, Zen blog, and then what the server does on its own is to find a page named index. This page can either be index.html or index.php, and it's going to load that. If there's a PHP file, it will prioritize that one instead. But for now, because this is a PHP thing, but for now, because it has found an index.html, it will prioritize that. So this is now a running website from our server. So now we're not just running a file from the local machine, we are running a file through the server. So the reason we are going through the server is because we want at a certain point we want the page to be processed by PHP. So we are allowing the server to handle the file before it's served to the customer. Okay, so here if I click on things, it's going to work. If I go to the about page, you see about.html at the end, contact.html, and things are running as intended. Okay, so at this point everything is running good. This is all we needed for now. If something is not running well, make sure your installation of XAMPP was correct, and then we can continue.